Hi everyone. I think we've got a few new faces with us tonight, or new user IDs as the case may be. So welcome to everybody. Those of you who have been here before, you kind of know how this goes every night. But those of you who are new, just to give you an idea, we do several breaks tonight. They're going to break in the order that they ended on eBay. Most of the early breaks are pretty quick. Of course, our main event break tonight is the full case of Select Football, and that's the one that will take us the longest. And we go through a little bit of information before we get started, or before we start opening boxes, I should say. We're already started with the live stream, so let's start looking at that. First up here, you'll see on the screen a little note that my feedback is completely automated on eBay. I have people ask me about that often, so that's why I started including this note. You should automatically get feedback, like instantly. As soon as you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly see it posted back for you. That way you don't ever have to wait on me to get caught up. And the other thing on the screen there is a big thank you. I really appreciate you guys bidding with me and breaking with me. Many of you come and hang out with me and chat and keep me company and converse back and forth with me. I appreciate that as well. Next up, we'll take a look at some things that are already listed on eBay. These are the breaks that are listed for the next 5 days. And of course, new stuff goes up pretty much every night. One thing of note here, Select Basketball, which was due to come out on Wednesday, that release date has been moved to next Friday, a week from today. So that's not, won't be breaking on Tuesday night or Wednesday night because it's not releasing on Wednesday night. So tomorrow night, guys, we have some one box breaks of various things and then a half case of Contenders basketball, which is the back half of the case we started yesterday. On Sunday, we have some more autographed memorabilia, some jerseys and some helmets, a few one box breaks, and a half case of Heritage baseball. On Monday, it is all one box breaks to give me a little chance to get caught up with sorting and things. On Tuesday, we have a little autographed memorabilia, some one-box stuff, and a quarter of a case of the Hobby Direct Panini Prestige Basketball, which, was there one of those up here? Yeah, there's another one of those on Sunday. And then still yet another one on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we'll have one autographed jersey. Then we'll open a half case of Contenders Optic Football. Those are boxes. I had to split a case with somebody. I only got 2.5 cases. That's what I was able to get. So that'll be the half case going up on release night. Then we'll have a couple more cases we'll break later in the week. And then we'll also break on Wednesday night a half case of Donruss baseball. And that'll be a mammoth break because it's 8 boxes of cards. There's a lot of cards in every box, and that will be monstrous. It'll take forever to do Donruss baseball. The rest of it that night's pretty quick, but not Donruss baseball. So tonight we have a lot of free shipping breaks, our first 4 breaks, and they are going to break in the order you see them listed there. Our first 4 breaks are free shipping breaks for the bidder. Here's what that means to you. When it's free shipping, it goes out approximately 5 to 6 days after the auction end date. Sometimes it'll go sooner. If you have another package going, it'll hitch a ride and go quicker. Please take a moment to look at the screen there. It tells you what happens if your team is not pulled in one of these breaks. Because obviously when there's one helmet or one jersey and there's 32 teams, there's going to be people that aren't pulled. So please take a moment to read that. Familiarize yourself with it. It will also be in more detail in the listing description. So again, our free shipping items I'm anticipating will ship on Wednesday, the 7th. Our paid shipping break, which is Select Football, I'm anticipating will ship on Monday. And again, this is the order we're going in. Mini helmet, jersey, plates and patches, black gold, and then Select. So if you're here for Select, you're probably, maybe 20 minutes or so we'll be starting on that. So first up tonight is one 2017 Hit Parade Series 1 autographed mini helmet, and that is break number 2. So it is the second time that we have managed to break that. And let's see, everything ended tonight on March the 2nd, and of course we're live streaming it tonight on March the 2nd as well. We have team names on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. And there's going to be one of these that'll go up before each and every break. So if you're in one of the other breaks, you're going to get a chance to see your name in lights when we get to your break. And here you will see the camera's going to go out of focus a little bit. That's actually by design. I don't like all the autofocus, you know, all that mess of it zooming in and out and all that stuff. So I take it off and set the focus stationary. So that way we can see things with a little less trouble. Oh, Shannon, you missed out on Select tonight. I am sorry to hear that. We had a bunch of, that's my last case of Select too, so I'm a little bit unhappy to see it go, but it's the last I've got. And this is all wrapped up here in all kinds of stuff. They don't, the Hit Parade ones, they don't come in little plastic cases, as you see. They've wrapped in tissue paper, and that's exactly how they come out of there. So this is for the Bears, and it is Kevin White. And I know for sure that that's Kevin White because they give us a little sticker on top of the box that tells us. Don't have to rely on reading the signature. And it comes with this little leaf certificate of authenticity card. So when you receive this, please make sure that you find, if you have the Bears, please make sure that you find that little card before you toss out the tissue paper and related stuff, because it'll just be free floating around in there. And give me 1 second. I have got to get our spreadsheet back up and running here in a minute so we can get back to where we were. And again, because I know people jump in and out, if you are in this break coming up for the autographed jersey, please take a moment to see what you there on the screen to see what your anticipated shipping date is, and also what happens if you are not pulled in this break. And that brings us up to 2017 Tristar Game Day Greats autographed football jersey. This is break number 12, so the 12th time that we have broken this particular product. And same format as before. Everything ended tonight, the 2nd of March. Can't still believe we're in March. And of course, all of our bidder names are across from our team names. And who is this? This is, I think this looks like it's for the Chiefs, right? We got to get, here we go. Oh, it's a Nigerian Nightmare. There you go. And it is indeed for the Chiefs. So here is, there's this little paper, whatever you want to call it, kind of a, that's not really a COA as much as it is kind of a little information card. And here is, I'm not taking it out of the plastic right now because it's like folding a map. You never get it back in. But there's your signature. There's a JSA authentication card in there with it. And there's a little matching JSA authentication sticker. So the Nigerian Nightmare is our jersey for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I will probably put this little card down in this plastic bag before I ship it out. So just look for all of your materials inside the plastic bag when you receive the jersey, if you have the Chiefs in that break. That's going to bring us next to some 2010 plates and patches. It is also a one-box break. And same as before, if you're in this break, please take a moment to look at the information on the screen. It talks about what happens if you don't pull a card in this break and also gives you your anticipated shipping date. So this is 2010 plates and patches. It's break number 24. And also, of course, ended tonight, March the 2nd. Oh, that's always going to be the same all throughout the night. And team names, your name across from it if you've got the winning bid. And now's the time to put your mojo out there. try to conjure up a big hit. And I think that we're kind of due, right? I mean, we've pulled some really nice stuff out of here recently, but you know who I'm feeling like we're due for is either Antonio Brown or Rob Gronkowski. I mean, they should be showing up here any day now. Seems like we're due for one. That's all I'm saying. So first up, there's always an encased card. This looks like a pretty sweet little hit. I'm guessing this is going to be maybe a 1 of 1. If not, it's going to be very low numbered because you can see we've got a tag there, a little NFL tag. And this is Marty Gilliard for the Rams, and it is indeed a 1 of 1. So I was right. We were due to hit something in here. We hit a nice little 1 of 1 laundry tag. So nice for the Marty Gilliard. Wade, did you not see the spreadsheet there? I'll put it back up in a minute for 2010 plates and patches if you missed it. I just don't want to do it right this moment because obviously we've got cards out on the table. The box has already been opened. So until we have looked through all of them, I don't really want to switch off of this view. But as soon as we take a look at these, I'll be happy to put that spreadsheet back up for you. This is Mark Clayton to $4.99 for the Rams. And then we have Brett Favre, numbered to $4.99 for the Vikings. Oh, Wade, you meant, we're just now starting to look at it. So, yeah, I don't know who all's in here yet either. You were good timing, ma'am. We're just now starting to take a look at this one. Kyle Williams for the 49ers. This is to 100. And then we have a City Limits insert for the Panthers. It is to 299, Steve Smith. Marshawn Lynch coming out for the Seahawks, numbered to 499. I forgot to mention all the cards in plates and patches are numbered. I usually remember to say that up front, but somehow I forgot to tonight. But they are, as you see, they are all numbered. Rusty Smith, this is a sticker auto for the Titans, and it is numbered to 249 on Mr. Rusty Smith. We've got a redemption coming up, so that's a whole other animal. We're going to set it aside for a second. Hey, we got a little Phillip Rivers relic. Don't pull a whole lot of those, really. So the Chargers numbered to 270, and that is a game-worn relic for Phillip Rivers. I need to get a different sleeve for it. While I'm doing that, let's talk about the redemption for a minute. It is going to be expired. You're going to see that when I hold it up. But you do still want to redeem it into your Panini account because if they still have it, they'll send it to you. If they don't still have it, they will send you a replacement. But here's the key. You have to track down a live person to make that happen. And that can be challenging. They don't answer the phone. They don't respond to email. If you stay after them, you might eventually find someone by way of Twitter or Facebook. And if you can find them, they'll help you replace it with a substitute card if they don't still have this one. Infinity Silver Signatures, card number 103. So let's go to the checklist, and we'll take a look and see both who the player is and what that would potentially be numbered to. And you'd really be surprised. I mean, I've gotten cards back from stuff as far back as probably 2010, 2011 products within the last year. So they do still have some of them. It just kind of depends on what it is. Plates and patches. I got to pick this thing back up myself to remember the card set for one thing. Infinity Silver Signatures. And it is card number 103. So it is Anthony Dixon, San Francisco 49ers, numbered to 50. So there's our 2010 plates and patches, Infinity Silver signatures, card 103. So 49ers to 50. Give me a second to write that on here. And then we're going to switch back to our other view and recap 2010 plates and patches. And I did put this in the sleeve, so I didn't actually write on your redemption card. Although, you know, like, yeah, that really wouldn't matter because it's what matters is what's under that little silver scratch off. But anyway, so our redemption is for the 49ers. It's numbered 250. Our game used relic Phillip Rivers for the Chargers was 270. I'm trying to turn these things the right way in the light so we can see the numbering. Then the Rusty Smith to 249 for the Titans. And, of course, the nice encased Marty Gilliard laundry tag 1 of 1 for the Rams. I like getting the 1 of 1s. Makes me happy. Shannon says it'd be nice if they filled something from 2017. Shannon, I'd be happy if they filled some stuff from 2016, all right? I've still got a bunch of Ezekiel Elliott. Well, not a bunch, but I still have Ezekiel Elliott rookie stuff that I haven't gotten. I've got Joey Bosa and Hunter Henry and 2 or 3 Steelers players. I've probably got at least 10 rookies from 2016 that I haven't even gotten from them yet. So, yeah, I feel your pain on that. They sometimes you get stuff almost instantly. Other times, you know what, you wait about until you fossilize before it shows up. So next up is 1 box of 2016 Black Gold Football. Once again, if you are in this break, please take a minute to read the information on the screen. Gives you your anticipated shipping date, which for Black Gold is Wednesday the 7th, and also information about what happens if your team is not pulled in this break. More information about consolation cards can also be found in the listing description. So this is 2016 Black Gold Football break number 33, the 33rd time we have broken it. It ended on March the 2nd. We're live streaming it on March the 2nd. Our team names are on the left-hand side, our winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. And, you know, we have the potential to pull some very nice stuff out of here as well, and have been pulling some pretty good stuff. We've pulled some good Cowboy stuff. We've pulled some good Carson Wentz lately. We've pulled a number of Jared Goffs. There's good stuff in here. Morlock says, fingers crossed for a Ram. Yeah, you know what? The Rams went really inexpensively tonight in comparison to how they often end in this product. So you definitely got a good deal on Morlock, and let's see if we can't turn that into some money for you. And John McGarvey is after Titans. He's all about some Tennessee Titans in here tonight. And my screen is acting weird, so give me a hot second on my my iPad. I mean, it's not letting me see all of my chat for some reason. I don't know. The iPad's kind of weird some nights, so I'm just bringing it back up and then see if it's going to load my chat properly the second time, maybe. Ah, here we go. All right. Now we've got it. And Wayne Rambo's after a Carson Wentz auto. Wayne, how'd you do tonight on the mini helmet? I didn't pay attention to who had the team that hit that, but I know you've hit 2 or 3 mini helmets like in a row, man. Did you hit the one tonight too? Guys, everything in Black Gold is numbered as well, so even our base cards in here will be numbered. And we're starting off with a little franchise gold for the Cowboys. Staubach, Aikman, and Romo, numbered to 225. There's a little bit of chipping up here in the upper left, and as most of you know, we're going to find various edge and corner issues throughout this product. They tend to be a little more noticeable because of the dark background. Gold Rush David Johnson for the Cardinals. This is to 25. Nice low number on it. And you know what else? I always forget to say this. If you can't see chat, if you're watching live and you're unable to see chat where I'm interacting with people, I think you have to be logged into YouTube to see it. This is to 225 Joe Flacco for the Ravens. And if you're on a mobile device, I think you further have to say that you want to look at the desktop version. and be logged in. So yeah, it's more of a process if you're on a mobile device. This is to 225, Dan Marino for the Dolphins. Let's see, Barry had a good eye. Barry said, I saw Dan Marino. He said that in chat. You did. You did indeed. That was a good eye, man. Amari Cooper for the Raiders, Golden Touch. And that is numbered to 199. The Amari Cooper relic for the Raiders. Oh, Wayne, you changed your mind at the last minute and didn't get the Bears? Your streak is broken? I'm sorry. You've had a good run with that stuff, though, lately. Devontae Booker for the Broncos. A little chipping in, well, really all four of the corners, honestly, have minor issues. And it also has a piece of white kind of fuzz there in your patch, but I'm not taking it out. I'm going to leave it in there. It's some kind of thread or something, and you might be able to just wipe it off. I don't know, or pick it off, but I'm leaving it because I'm not going to try to do anything that might pull your fabric. So, of course, you do have an on-card, hard-signed autograph down there in gold. It's not showing up super well right now, but it's there, along with your relic for Devontae Booker. Marvin Harrison for the Colts. Once again, we've got chipping on our corners. Nothing extreme, but definitely there is some there. And this is Hall of Fame symbols. It's numbered to 50. And even though I have a top loader this would go in, they don't make sleeves thick enough to put them in, which is weird. Like, why would you make a top loader thick enough and then not have a sleeve thick enough? It make good sense to me, but Cowboys are going to pull a little Ezekiel Elliott. We got a little Zeke rookie coming out, but it is the mother load numbered to 249. So we've got a relic, not a signature, but hey, Zeke rookie is still a good thing to have. Jonathan Williams for the Bills. Like our other cards, we've got some chipping and edge and corner issues here and there. Jonathan Williams is to 225. This is sizable signatures. Of course, you've got the nice big relic and the hard signed auto down there in gold pen. And finally, for the Jets, Eric Decker, also with edge and corner wear. And this is numbered to 99 on our relic for Eric Decker. So let's recap our hits out of 2016. Our Hall of Fame symbol, Marvin Harrison for the Colts. That one was numbered to 50. Our Eric Decker for the Jets, relic. Hard signed auto and relic for the Bills with Jonathan Williams. Ezekiel Elliott, motherlode, triple relic for the Cowboys. Devontae Booker, relic and signature with a white little puffy, I don't know what, thread or something on there too. A little bonus for the Broncos. And then finally, Amari Cooper, golden hands for the Raiders. So that is 2016 Black Gold. And you know what time it is now. It's going to be Select Football time. Our last full case of Select Football. I wish I had more. I love Select Football. I'm so sad that we're going to be out. But you know what? We still have Encased Football to open. And then on Wednesday, we will have Contenders Optic to start opening. And I got a little bit more regular Contenders, not a lot. So it's not like a full case. I couldn't get a full case. But the hobby shop had gotten a few more boxes in, so we can do a little 3 or 4 box break of regular Contenders coming up in the days ahead as well. So, of course, this is a paid shipping break. I'm anticipating it will go out Monday. As always, that is plus or minus a day, so that means it could possibly get out the door on Saturday, which I think is pretty unlikely because it's a short day for the post office, and I do have another break to go out ahead of it. It could also slide to Tuesday if something strange happens, but I expect it to be on Monday. So this is 12 boxes of 2017 Panini Select Football. It's a full case break. It's break number 4. Take note that we have one spot here for XRC cards only. So we're going to find some XRC cards in here for sure. And any of those we pull automatically are going to go to that spot because it had its own bidding category. then everything else is exactly as you would expect to see it with teams and bidders as normal. So Panini says on the XRC that it should be on average of 3 a case, but I had one case where we had 3. I had another case where we had either 5 or 6, and then I had another case where we had, I want to say it was 4. So I've really only had, out of the 3 cases, only one of them literally had 3 and only 3. Of course, you never know what you're going to get with Panini, but we should find at least 3. I mean, according to what they say. Of course, you know them. Everything is on average, quote unquote. So that's how they slide these reward points in on us and stuff too. So, and if we find rewards points tonight, which we may, those will be given out by way of random at the end of the break. All right, there's our big stack of 12 boxes, and we are, I got my little cardboard has come off the box and gotten all over everything here. Let me get a little bit of stack of sleeves out, because we're going to probably use a bunch, and then we're going to get started. Actually, I'm going to stack these, I think, higher that way, and then I'll have more work room. I think I like that plan better. Oh, Ryan, you've had case breaks where there were only 2 of the XRCs? Oh, that is unfortunate. I haven't had any like that. I mean, our very first case, it was either 5 or 6. It was like a lot, because I remember thinking, I was kind of only expecting 3, and we got all of these. So then I thought, well, every case is going to be like that. And then I think it was the second case where we got just the 3 that they told us we would find. And then the third case, we were back to however many it was, 4, I think, 4 or 5. So I haven't had any with just 2. Oh, I hope you didn't put the whammy on us with that, Ryan. somebody will be mad. I don't think you did, though. I think we're going to be fine with it. I just laugh because Panini, you know, everything they always say is always on average, because they slide those rewards points in on us sometimes and take our hits and all that jazz. Which I am not a fan of the rewards points, like, at all. So, but that's just me. I know some people do like them. I got into a big debate with someone one night who did like them and think that they had value. So I know that people do think that. I just probably am not amongst them. So there are going to be a lot of base cards in here, and there are a couple of different levels. There's actually 3 different levels. There's a premier level and a field level. The field level is the one that is the more rare of the 3. It's basically just photograph variations. Some of the field level and premier level will be refractors, others won't. This is Myles Garrett /99 on the tricolor. And also, I have a nasty habit of calling prisms refractors, because that's what Topps calls them. And I'm going to fall into that habit no matter whether I try not to. I'm going to. Just telling you. So when I say refractor, it's the same thing as prism. A prism and a refractor are the same thing. The pretty little rainbow of colors. Priest Holmes for the Kansas City Chiefs. And what is Ryan is saying, pull a 1-of-1 optic diamond checkerboard rookie triple jersey patch auto of who, man? That is a mouthful. I don't even know how, I don't even think I can get all that out in one. What player am I looking for that we are trying to find for you, man? This is David Johnson for the Cardinals. Nice little relic hit to 99 to get things started. And of course, we're going to find a fair number of inserts of various types as we go along, and lots of prisms and whatnot. That is TJ Logan for the Cardinals. After we look at our base, you've noticed I take them and I stack them off to the right-hand side, but I do have mats all over the right-hand side too, because that's the area I use to sort. So they're still nice and safe and sound. I just don't like them piled up where we're working. A little Peyton Manning, and that is a premier level prism. Aaron Donald, there's our defensive rookie of the year for the Rams. That is hard signed, and it is, of course, not the same as our other chrome cards. This is a paper card, but it's still pretty cool. Pull a little Aaron Donald for the Rams. And as many of you know, these, as soon as they come out of the pack and out of the compression, you start to get a little curvature on these cards that have this type of coating. These are no exception. Michael Thomas for the Saints. So when you get them, if you have a little bit of that going on, that's the deal. Carlos Hyde for the 49ers. Hey, there's TJ Watt for my Pittsburgh Steelers. A little, is that field level? Yeah, field level prism. And again, those levels are really just photo variations, is kind of the long and short of it. Buck Allen to 99 for the Ravens. And I got some new brake mats too, so I got to switch these out. These that I have, I think they're kind of, I don't know, they've been here for a while. They need to be freshened up, so I've got some new ones we'll be busting out here in a few days. They're the same kind of design. Well, they basically are the same design. Maybe a couple of new brands, but otherwise the same. This is to 49 with Matt Breida for the 49ers. And we have a die cut Chris Carson to 99 for the Seahawks. Here's our first XRC, and it comes up as tight end 1, and it's a tie-dye at that. So it's a very nice XRC hit. Tie-dye prism tight end 1, very nice. Delaney Walker for the Titans. The tie-dyes haven't come up a whole lot in XRC. I think that's maybe the second one I've pulled, I want to say. Whoops. Matt Ryan there was a prism. I almost let him slide by, but I caught him at the last minute. Tricolor for the Bears. Mike Singletary to 149. Carson Wentz, I see a points card. For the Eagles, field level. Prism, of course. So, you know that stupid rewards point means one of our hits just got bumped out of here and replaced with a 150 point card. Boo. We're going to set that right over there, because at the end of the break, we'll give that out along with any other points cards that we may have accumulated in the meantime. Yeah, Ginger, I always put them in sleeves. The prisms out of Select, I pretty much put the veterans and rookies and everybody in there. I know not everyone does, but I do. Now, they're not all going to go in top loaders, but they're all going to go in sleeves if they're prisms out of Select. That's just how I roll. That's why I buy those big cases of sleeves. Comes like, I think they come 10,000 to a case or something like that. I buy them in giant cases. So that we can go forth with wild abandon. You're a Titans fan and you've been trying to hit the Kersey auto out of this. Why can't I say his name? Kersey. Whatever. You know who I mean, because you just typed it and I just can't manage to spit it out. But yes, well, we'll see if we can't remedy that for you tonight. We'll see if maybe we can hit it for you. That would be nice. P. Ryan to 149 for the Skins. A little John Elway for the Broncos. Jacoby Brissett for the Colts to 199. You know, that might be the first Jacoby Brissett as a Colt that I've pulled, that I remember anyway. Of course, we had a bunch of him when he was a Patriot, but not so many as a Colt. Travis Kelce. So, you're saying, Ryan is saying, what if there's an Eagles, Kersey, you guys are just going to make me keep saying that name, comes out instead. And, yeah, so Ginger's already checked it out, apparently. It only comes, the autograph is only in the Titans in this set. To 99, a little Christian McCaffrey tricolor for the Panthers. And I'm sure you guys all know the checklist is available on the Panini website. And of course, there's all kinds of other websites that take them and aggregate them and break them down by team and all that. Barry Sanders for the Lions. LT, Lawrence Taylor, 75, die cut for the Giants. And of course, Topps has their checklist, you know, up too. But they don't go as far back as they do on the Panini website. Here's another Christian McCaffrey, this one to 49 for the Panthers. So a couple of numbered McCaffreys coming out pretty close to one another there. Kendall Beckwith for the Buccaneers. Is this going to be Buck Allen again? No, Stephon Diggs for the Vikings. I just saw the purple and thought it was going to be the Ravens for Buck Allen because it seems like I pull about 500 Buck Allens per case. Seems that way anyway. For the Jets, Jamal Adams. Hunter Henry to 99 for the Chargers with the relic. Hunter Henry is one of the players that I still don't have from my 2016 pulls. Like, when are they going to send those? And I've seen on, you know how they publish the weekly thing of whoever they've sent out that week? And I've seen Hunter Henry on there, but somehow it's like never my cards that get filled. Mike Williams for the Chargers. Des Bryant to 199 for the Cowboys. Of course, by the time I get it, like, no one's going to care, including me. I'm just like, oh, well, I wanted it then. I don't know about now. That's how it goes. Deshaun Watson autos have been elusive. Yeah, you're right. Deshaun Watson autographs in Select have been very hard to find. I have not yet pulled a Deshaun Watson auto out of Select. This is our 4th case, and I have not pulled one yet. And we have a nice little tie-dye die cut Jeremy Shockey for the Giants, numbered to 10. I like the tie-dyes. Nice hit for the Giants. I tell you who else has been tough to pull an autograph out of, and here's Juju Smith-Schuster. Now, we pulled some numbered cards to 10. In fact, we pulled 2 numbered to 10 out of the same case. Tre'Davious White for the Bills. But he has been a tough autograph, at least for me, to pull in here as well. Devontae Adams for the Pack. That was box number 2. This is number 3 that we're cutting the plastic on right now. Oh, Shannon, the other, well, I don't know. I shouldn't call you the other Shannon. There's 2 Shannons. I'll just call you Shannon Graver. Had to read that for a second to make sure I wasn't reading your last name incorrectly. So, Shannon Graver, I agree that the gold cards are cool in here. It's the gold Juju Smith-Schusters to 10 that we pulled 2 of out of one of those cases. So, if you pull the Deshaun Watson gold, even non-autographed, that's a pretty sweet little hit out of here, in my opinion. Ryan is asking, are there black XRCs, as in 1 of 1? I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't remember seeing any last year. That's not to say, A, that they didn't exist and I just didn't see them, or B, that they haven't changed and added them this year. But the only ones I remember seeing last year were, of course, the tie-dye variations. But they could be in here. I don't know. Well, and the gold, right, of course. Sorry. The tie-dye and the gold in the XRC. But I don't remember seeing them in black. Ginger bought a personal box of Select 2 weeks ago. Got the 1 of 1 Nike swoosh of Devonta Freeman. Oh, nice. A nameplate patch auto of Trubisky and a patch auto of Kareem Hunt. All out of one box? Dang, that was nice. You should have played the lottery that day, because that was quite a haul out of one box, man. That's awesome. And Aaron Arnold is looking for Jimmy G. Jimmy Garoppolo. You know, Aaron, we've been opening a ton of 2014 stuff, chasing him down, too. Keenan Allen for the Chargers. I've been on a hunt lately for the 2014 products to try and find a little extra Jimmy G rookie stuff. The museum collection, and I found some decent stuff so far. There's a Deshaun Watson Prism, anyway. Premier level. Dalvin Cooks to 49. That's nice for the Vikings. Dalvin Cook's autograph always makes me sad because it's just the D and the C, and it's not even his jersey number. Like, I don't know, was that the number he wore in college or what? But anyway, the patch is awesome. It's signed. It's numbered to 49. It's first in the series. Vikings with a very nice hit. Tyreek Hill. And we have a Malik McDowell to 5 for the Seahawks. That's a nice little hit, Seahawks. Nobody's going to argue with a die cut to 5. So a couple of very nice hits back to back almost there. Lamar Miller. If any of you also break basketball, and maybe you didn't hear me say this earlier, you may or may not have heard me say it earlier, but they moved the release date. So Select Basketball, which was supposed to come out on Wednesday, now isn't coming out until next Friday. Boo. Jordan Howard for the Bears, Prism. Matt Ryan to 99, tricolor for the Falcons. Oh, somebody says that they do have Oh, never mind. I see. You guys are being funny over there. Topps Chrome Mini. Yeah, I've got a bunch of Topps Chrome, actually both regular and mini here. In fact, I intend to do some Chrome, mixed Chrome breaks as soon as I can catch up from all the cases that have been coming out. Gerard Davis to 199 for the Lions. Because I've got 13, 14, and 15 full-size Chrome. And then I've got 14 and 15 Chrome Minis as well. So we'll be doing some Chrome mixers coming up in the weeks ahead. Little Dalvin Cook Prism for the Vikings. Well, yeah, Select Basketball is already skyrocketed in price, guys. Have you looked at the prices on any of the main retailers? They've already jacked the prices up through the roof, and it's going to get just higher still. The day it comes out, it'll probably jump again. It's been insane. Curtis Samuel for the Panthers. I mean, Contenders basketball, oh my gosh, it's the offers are up close to $3,000 for a case at this point. I'm still breaking them because I think it's fun. I think it's more fun to break it. I don't really think it's that much fun just to like sell it. I mean, yes, I would make some money, but it just doesn't interest me that way. Travis Kelce to 99 for the Chiefs. So I'm going to kind of break it regardless. And we've still got more contenders beyond what I've got listed right now. I've still got more to get scheduled. Brett Favre for the Packers. And we have a little Marcus Mariota to 149 for the Titans. Oh, is Select Basketball this year? I didn't even look at the number of hits in it. I guess they're trying to match it up with Select Football, right? Because, I mean, Select Football's only got the 2 as well. Ed Reed for the Texans. Mike Williams for the Chargers. Nice 2-color patch there. I forgot to look and see what it was numbered to, though, didn't I? Let's flip it back over. It is numbered to 99. So, yeah, you never know. Uh-oh. Aaron Rodgers. Die cut 1 of 1 for the Packers. How about that? We conjured up a little black 1 of 1 just by talking about it, right? Nice Aaron Rodgers there, die cut for the Pack. And you know, the person who buys the Packers most of the time, I don't think he bought them tonight. I think somebody else has the Packers tonight. So he's going to be mad if he sees that he missed that 1 of 1. Oh, you're talking about Contenders basketball, Ginger. Yeah, well, you know, they haven't made Contenders basketball since 2012. So I have some 2012 Contenders here, actually, which I need to get listed. I got a lot of stuff I need to get listed. I just haven't had time. There's been so many cases coming out of everything. But yeah, I do think it might have had more autographs in it than this year's does. But supposedly they've had a hard time getting enough signatures to put out all of the basketball products this year. Obviously, we know they discontinued a bunch of them, like Gold Standard and Limited, and all of those got moved into the Chronicles set instead and aren't produced as freestanding this year. But I think the other part of it is just the number of players. Obviously, you've got a ton more players on a football team than you do on a basketball team, so I think that's part of their problem too. But yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff, football and basketball, that I really want to get listed. Of course, we do the 1-box breaks and stuff anyway, but I mean, I've got some stuff I want to list as mixers and things. But everything just is coming out with so many products per week. I can't get caught up on the case breaks. And then they've all been really base card heavy too, except for encased. So you can't, you know, break a whole bunch of them back to back because of the amount of time it takes to break them and then sort them and ship them. And I don't know, leads to a backlog basically. Nice little gold to 10, number 6 of 10, Donta Foreman for the Texans. Packers Jamal Williams. And there's our Keenan Allen for the Chargers. Well, Ginger, I mean, Lonzo certainly has had some challenges this year, but I do think long term his autograph is probably going to hold some value. Of course, yes, you're right. Kyle Kuzma definitely does. Donovan Mitchell, Dennis Smith. I mean, De'Aaron Fox. You've got Bam Adebayo coming on. Josh Jackson's starting to play well for the Suns. I mean, it's a good rookie class. So I think it's worth the money. Phillip Rivers for the Chargers, especially for the Lakers, because you get Kuzma and you get Lonzo. And frankly, a lot of these products have Kobe and Lakers greats in them that if you pull one of those, you've paid for your spot plus some anyway. Kevin King for the Packers. So the Lakers, actually, I think, still represent a pretty good value in basketball this year, all things considered. For the Rams, Cooper Kupp to 99. For the Falcons, Julio Jones. And yes, I agree, Shannon. This is a good case so far. I've been happy with it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Deshaun Watson, 2 of 5. Boom. Ha, 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 ha. Who was it that said they keep buying the Texans and they didn't hit it? Yeah, ba-boom. Now you hit it. And I'm not even asking if anybody wants that in a one-touch. That's going in a one-touch. You just have to give me a hot second here to get one out. Because, yeah, that's where that's going. Right now, in a one-touch, this moment. Not even going to ask you if you want one, because I know you do. I think this is going to be the right size, but let me have to move a couple things around to grab the right one. All right, my little friend. You just jump right in there and sit there all nice and happy and pretty. Look at that. And that is a pretty card. I know you're not probably supposed to call cards pretty. I've had this conversation with some of you before. But that is a flipping pretty card. Deshaun Watson, 2 of 5 for the Texans. Yeah. Boom and boom and boom. That's all I'm saying about that. So somebody is really happy right now. So Shannon, who has it? Ginger, Shannon, which one of you have the Texans in here tonight? One of you, right? Oh no, Ginger said you lost the Texans at the last second. Oh, daggone it. Then who does have it? Yeah, that's easily probably a mortgage payment and a car payment. I mean, that's probably I'm going to say $1,200 to $1,500 card. If you grade it, maybe more than that. Earl Campbell for the Oilers. And guys, all the Oilers go to the Titans. That's because the Houston Oilers became the Tennessee Oilers, became the current Tennessee Titans, and cards always stay with their franchises. Here is another Hunter Henry, because he just is going to taunt me, remind me how many of his redemptions have never come to me yet. That is numbered to 49, and it was a nice little tricolor patch there. Oh, Ginger, you've got the Titans. You did tell me that. So is whoever have the Texans, are they not on here tonight then? Watching live? Maybe not. Or maybe they're just not chatting. Antonio Brown for the Steelers. But if they're on here, they're probably already counting their money. That's my guess. This is Mike Williams to 75 for the Chargers. And by the way, if anybody else, aside from the Deshaun Watson, which was no question going in that one touch, if any of you pull something that you do want in a one-touch case, just shoot me a message on eBay and let me know, Donta Foreman. And I'm always happy to do it. It's normally going to be $3. That covers the cost of the case, the cost of, the extra weight for the postage, the PayPal fees, the whole 9 yards. This is to $199, Marlon Humphrey for the Ravens. But the Deshaun Watson case, that one, like I said, I'm not even going to wait for anybody to say they want that. That's just going in there. San Francisco to 149, Jerry Rice, tricolor. For the Ravens, Jeremy Maclin to 149. So at least we're pulling some different Ravens tonight, besides that one kid that it seems like is the only one we ever pull. So we at least got a few different Ravens tonight, besides Buck Allen. Demaryius Thomas for the Broncos. But you know, I said at the start of the night that I thought we were due to have some big hits. Now, I thought they might come out of Plates and Patches, which we did get a 1 of 1 out of 2010 Plates and Patches. But then, of course, we've also gotten the 1 of 1 for the Packers out of here. That beautiful Deshaun Watson. We've gotten the nice tie-dye XRC. I think as a whole, we're doing pretty well tonight. We're pulling good stuff so far. Just making sure all of our packs are out of there. Ginger says the rest of the case is dead now. I do not believe that. I do not think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to keep right on rolling, and we're going to hit some more awesome stuff. I mean, we got a long ways to go, guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more boxes beyond, obviously, what I'm taking out of the wrappers right now. So we're just getting started. The best was saved for last in this case. And of course, you never know, right? I mean, what's going to be the hot case or the not hot case or whatever. I just kind of whatever one I grab on any given night. And this just happens to be the last one I had. All right, let's see who we can find in here to make us a little money, or make you guys a little money, more to the point. For the Patriots, Gronkowski to 149, tricolor. For the Jets, Curtis Martin. Looks like the Browns are going to have a little hit. Deshaun Kaiser to 99. That is a nice looking patch. So how many of you think that the Browns are going to use their #1 overall pick to take another quarterback? I mean, you know, the new GM is making noises about, oh, call him, it might be up for trade or whatever. And of course they have the #4 pick too. I bet you they don't trade it. I bet you they keep both of them, and they should take Saquon Barkley. The running back should be the #1 pick, but I bet you they take a quarterback again. This is to 49. Nice little Alvin Kamara die cut in the green. And I didn't watch any of the combine today. I meant to, and I had so much stuff to do. I did not have time. Was there anything spectacular that happened in the combine today? Jeremy Maclin for the Ravens. I do usually like to watch a little bit of it, but it's no time. Not today, anyway. Michael Vick, Falcons. A die cut for the Browns, Myles Garrett to 75. Oh, he did well in the combine today. Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. And we pulled an RB1 out of maybe the first case, I think, is where we pulled RB1 in the XRC. AB for my Steelers. Tricolor Browns, Eddie Jackson to 199. Oh, he ran the 40 faster than Zeke did? Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Barkley. And you know what? I think he said he'd be fine going to the Browns. They really should take him. I mean, they're kind of foolish if they use that #1 spot on another quarterback. This is to 149, Eli Manning for the Giants. I mean, take Barkley off the board while he's there and then worry about the rest of your stuff. Martavis Bryant for the Steelers. Or go sign, a free agent somewhere and forget about drafting a quarterback and try to build up the rest of your team. Oh, Ryan, you're asking what else did you miss? Your phone cut out after the Deshaun Watson autograph. Oh, boy, I don't remember what all we pulled since then. The Deshaun Kaiser patch, I think, is the most recent thing we pulled. But I'm sure there's been some other stuff in between there. But I recap them at the end, right? So you'll still get a chance to see them. A little Kareem Hunt Prism. And a Cooper... Who the heck is Cooper Rush? I'm like going, wait a minute. I'm thinking, I see Cooper, I automatically go to Cooper Kupp. But, oh, was he the one they signed like after? He wasn't drafted and they signed him after the fact. That's got to be who that is for the Cowboys. TJ Watt to 199 for You Got It, my Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, that's pretty. I like it. So nice. So nice. And I like TJ Watt. We need to get him some help, though. I'm not sure that Bud Dupree, I don't know. I love Bud. He went to school at UK. I want Bud to do well, but he had a really good season, and then he didn't have a very good season last year. So, I don't know. I kind of went on the downward side a little. To 49 for the Dolphins, Kiko Alonso, relic and autograph. You don't pull Kiko Alonso too much. So that's a cool little hit for the Dolphins. In my opinion, anyway. Joe Williams, Niners. I'm going to do a slight bit of rearranging over here to give myself a little more space. And we're off to the races again. This box that we're cutting the plastic on right now, when we finish it, we'll be at the halfway point. I know, I go through Select slower than some people do, but I enjoy the product. I like looking at it. I don't see any reason to speed through it. I think it's a nice high-end product, and I like to look at it. So they did draft Rush. Why didn't I remember him being drafted? What rounds did they take him in? For whatever reason, I thought they signed him like after the fact and that he wasn't drafted, but obviously that's not the case because you just told me that. But I just don't remember them drafting him. Oh, I just noticed that one username says Kobe is God. That's pretty good. Obviously I started to say obviously a Lakers fan, but you could just be a Kobe Bryant fan, I guess, and not necessarily a Lakers team fan. Select right now, gosh, the last prices that I saw for it were like 160 or 70 a box. When it came out, I think it was original retail, I believe, was 120, but it was that for about 20 minutes probably. And then it started going up from there. And the last I looked at it, yeah, I think it was around 160, 170, somewhere in that neighborhood. I mean, the prices have just gone crazy on it. Carson Wentz for the Eagles. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of this stuff that I have, some of it in quantity, I could just take it and sell the sealed cases and make plenty of money. But I like doing this. This is fun for me. So I'm always going to break it instead of doing that, as I think it's fun. Emmitt Smith to 75 for the Cowboys. So, I mean, obviously, I don't get to keep any of these cards, but I still love pulling them and seeing them, and it's enjoyable. So I'm always going to break what I have. Mike Williams for the Chargers. Fletcher Cox to 99 for the Eagles. So, Wayne, we don't have your Carson Wentz autograph, but at least we have you an Eagles autograph right now with Fletcher Cox. So we've got you headed in the right direction anyway. Oh, so he was a free agent. Okay, all right. So all right. We're on the same page. I think maybe I just didn't phrase what I was trying to say right earlier, but yeah, I didn't think he had been taken in the draft. So yeah, he was a free agent. All right, cool. To 99 for the Chiefs, Travis Kelce. That's probably why we didn't see as many of his cards early on. There's Leonard Fournette coming out for you. Nice little gold die cut to 10 for the Jags. I know you want to find a signature, but that gold die cut's still going to get you back headed in the right direction in terms of your investment. There is Cooper Kupp to 199 for the Rams. But yeah, all these products, I mean, plates and patches, which, good grief, you can still buy plates and patches from last year if you want it. Boy, you sure can't buy this year's. I mean, everything in the last couple of months, the day it comes out, it instantly shoots up in price, and then it sells out totally, and you're just out of luck. Todd Gurley for the Rams. Like, I did not order enough of some stuff, for sure. David Njoku for the Browns. Because, I mean, like plates and patches, what did I have? 6 cases? I think that's right. And I didn't order more because I thought, well, you know, we'll open these 6, and then I see another rewards point, and then we'll be able to, you know, I'll go back and pick up some more after that. No, I won't, because it's all gone. Derek Carr for the Raiders. Another stupid rewards point. Boo. That's over there with our other one. We'll give it out the end of the break. For the Bears, or not for the Bears, for the Broncos, Jake Butt. I've got the Bears kind of on the brain for some reason. I don't know why. Bears are kind of stuck in my head. For the Cowboys, Mr. Dak Prescott Premier Level. And Jacob Rambo is asking me if they make playbook for football. They didn't this year, which has made me sad too, because playbook's been around since, what, 2011 maybe was the first year for playbook. This is Deshaun Watson to 149, but you know what? The Texans don't even care about that one because they are more excited about their Deshaun Watson to 5. Adam Thielen for the Vikes. Chris Godwin to 99 for the Bucks. Another XRC, which we'll look at in a hot second, right after we take a look at Alshon Jeffrey here for the Eagles. Yeah, a playbook I like. I mean, there's a lot of brands that sometimes they just, I don't know, they do away with them, and you kind of think like, why did you do away with that? But I guess because it didn't sell very well. I mean, there's always playbook left over, so I guess that's why. This is wide receiver 3. So we have wide receiver 3 and we have the tie-dye tight end 1 are the two that we've pulled so far out of our XRC. That was exactly our halfway point. And what is Kobe is telling me you want a one touch for the Fournette. You know what? That is that die cut, isn't it? I'll have to check that out, man. Let me pull this out of here and look at this again. Because some of those die cuts, was it a die cut? Where did it go? Where are you, Leonard? Yeah, it is. Some of those die cuts, they don't fit into this one-touch cases super well. Just because of, obviously, the fact that they're die cut. So I will try that. And if I think it looks secure in there, then yeah, we'll go that route. If it looks like it's moving around in there too much or it looks kind of wonky, I will send you a message and let you know, and not send it that way, obviously, because I don't want it to slide around and get beat up and banged up in there. So I'll test it out. We'll find it out when I do some sorting and stuff after the break tonight. I'll put it in. I've got several different sizes, and I'll see if I can find a size where it looks like it's in there securely. And if it is, then we'll go that route. If it's not, I'll shoot you a message and let you know. The only one I'm thinking that might possibly go in is one of the pro molds, like maybe like a 20 point or a 35 point, maybe, but I'm not certain about that. Oh, and I'm sorry, Jose, Black Gold did break already. It was the last thing we broke before we started Select. Generally speaking, I break in the order that things end on eBay. And so usually, like when I put up, I know you bid with me at different points, Jose. So whenever you see that spreadsheet go up that shows like what's coming up for the next 5 days, that stuff that's listed is almost always listed in the order that it'll break in. So if you ever, you know, want to know from that perspective, you can always look at that. I know that's not super convenient, but sometimes you might be helpful. Drew Brees for the Saints. Jamison Crowder to 199. Relic for the Redskins. So this contenders or optic contenders that we have coming out on Wednesday, Devontae Parker for Miami. I had ordered 5 cases of that, and what I got was basically a case and a half. Jared Goff for the Rams, which really 5 cases is, when I say 5 cases, it's really 10 cases, because for whatever reason, Panini sometimes does this stupid stuff where they just put more than 1 case in a box, and then they call it a master case, but really, it's just 2 cases in 1 box. So if I had gotten everything I asked for, we would have had 10 cases to break. But I did not. So we have 1 master case, quote unquote, which means 2 cases, and then the half case that I had to split with somebody. Tre'Davious White to 199. And that's all I was able to get of optic contenders. And I was really shocked, because normally I get most of what I ask for in football, especially because I spend a lot of money buying this stuff. Raiders to 99. So typically I get most of it, but no, they cut me back, way back on that. So we're not going to have nearly as much of that to open as I would have liked. And the other thing they cut me back on, National Treasures Football. I was super unhappy about that too. The Jets, Marcus May. Yeah, that's another one where I ordered 5 cases. I didn't get cut back as badly, but it's only going to be 3 cases, it looks like. So not super thrilled about that either. Marcus May tie-dye to 25 for the Jets. I like the tie-dye in here. I think they're cool. But I think just everything has been, Panini just hasn't made enough of really anything in the last 3 or 4 months. A little Dan Marino prism for the Dolphins, followed by a tricolor Von Miller to 149 for the Broncos. For the Raiders, Khalil Mack. Doug Baldwin to 149 for the Seahawks. I hear my little kitten getting into some kind of mischief. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's going to be interesting later. Ray Lewis for the Ravens. Redemption. We're going to flip it later at the end of the break. I'm going to make you wait. And we'll flip them all at once because we'll probably find some more. LaShawn McCoy for the Bills. Steve Tasker, how about that? To 155 for the Bills. There's an oldie but a goodie. That's one you don't pull very often either. So Bills with a cool little Steve Tasker. Alex Smith to 99 for the Chiefs. Yeah, so today, you guys have heard me, the ones of you who break with me a lot, you've heard me talk about this little stray kitten before. I found him back in November. I was never able to find him a home, so he just lives here now with us. And he's always into something, like always into something. He's very smart, but he's also super possessed, I think is the right word. So today, he figured out how to turn on the Xbox, if you can imagine. Yeah, because he saw the Xbox get turned on, and the next thing you know, he jumps down from his little perch and runs over there after it got turned off. He runs over there and puts his paw right on the power button, turns the Xbox back on. So, yeah, so now the kitten is a gamer. I don't know, he was just making all kinds of crazy noises in my office in there, so I don't know what he's managed to do. Probably shredded the shades or something. He's kind of crazy. Crazy's probably putting it mildly. I see another gold checkerboard kind of pattern. I don't know who it is. I just see the edge of it in that stack. So we've got at least the gold coming out of here. And a piece of the wrapper stuck in my pile of cards there. Okie dokie. After we finish this box, we'll have 4 left. T.Y. Hilton for the Colts. Matt Breida again for the Niners. Somebody says he missed half the break because of being married. Yeah, you do have a nice Packer, man. You'll get to see it again in the recap. So if you can hang out and watch the recap, man, you'll get another chance to see your sweet little 101. This is Hassan Reddick /25 for the Cardinals. Nice die-cut, tie-dye autograph hit. Well, I didn't show you that very well, did I? I was just worried about getting to the P. Ryan. Or that's not even P. Ryan, it's Josh Norman. I thought we had P. Ryan on there, but no, we have Josh Norman. Hey, Earl Thomas, cool, /199 for the Seahawks. I like Earl Thomas. Little Seahawks relic making an appearance. We have Austin Eckler /149 for the Chargers. I think it's Eckler. Could be Eckler, but I think it's Eckler. We all know that I am the worst at guessing the name pronunciations. There's another Dak Prescott Premier level for the Cowboys. A die cut for the Bengals, AJ Green /75. The Bengals are getting involved here. And a Packer Aaron Rodgers field level prism. I just like that. I like mostly, Wade, that your that your thing was because you're married. You missed half the break because I'm married. I just like that. Yeah, that's true though. Sad but true. It happens to all of us. We all miss certain things because of that. Carl Lawson for the Bengals. Jalen Ramsey for the Jags. And this is Devonta Freeman, Falcons. And the Dolphins are going to have another hit. Dick Anderson /5. Wow. That's also very cool. Very cool, Dolphins. I know you wanted Dan Marino, but I still think that's pretty cool. And our gold is Jabril Peppers /10. Of course, all the gold's /10, I think. So, you know. You say cards are your escape. You better not. You better not let her know that. Yeah, I should never use that word. No, no. Hobby is code for escape. At least for me it is. Jamal Adams for the Jets. It's my hobby. Gerard Davis /199 for the Lions. But that's okay, because I don't like golf and some of that other stuff, so it works out fine. And I especially do not like watching golf. Like, at all. I do not get that. Accidentally left a Dalvin Cook prism refractor in that stack. I just caught the edge of him gleaming as I was moving it, so there was a little look at him. I mean, to me, watching golf is just like watching paint dry. I just... something about it does not really capture my attention, I guess. But, you know, that's the whole thing. Different strokes for different folks kind of deal, you know. Everybody needs to have their own hobbies. Kobe is God says that there is another Fournette coming. He feels it. He's feeling it. Feeling the mojo. I feel like we're going to find Juju Smith-Schuster in some capacity before we get out of this case. And I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it'll be just numbered or signed or what it'll be, but I feel like we're going to find him. Meanwhile, Jacob says Carson Wentz is coming. And Ryan says no to all of that. It's going to be Chris Godwin's signature. Ginger says all breaking is a form of legalized gambling. Of course it is. That's what's awesome about it. It's no different than playing the stock market, which is also, in my opinion, a legalized form of gambling. Stock market, breaks, the lottery, going to the horse races. I mean, it's all kind of the same thing, in my opinion. But anybody that tries to tell you stock markets doesn't fall into that same category, they're fooling themselves. Andrew Luck, is he going to make it back? Is he ever going to make it back? Maybe. I don't know. Supposedly, but he still hadn't thrown a football. Gronk, numbered to 99, Patriots. Die cut for the Broncos, Von Miller to 75. Ardarius Stewart for the Jets. But, you know, really, if you think about it, before breaking became a thing several years ago, the trading card industry really was very stagnant. Devontae Adams for the Packers. And the difference, of course, in the last, whatever, however many years, 6 years, 7 years, whatever, has been tremendous. So, I mean, you got to think about the products these guys are putting out. You'd never be able to put out $2,000 boxes of cards with 5 cards in them before breaking. You know, like, who would have bought that? For the Eagles, that is Brian Dawkins. Oh, you called it, my friend. You absolutely called it. Leonard Fournette, die cut 210, signed. Oh, we get the Deshaun Watson to 5, and now the Leonard Fournette to 10. Sad part about that is, I do not think that, I mean, I'll experiment with it later, but I don't think that's a safe. It's definitely not an automatic one-touch because I don't know if the die cut will safely fit in there. But what we are going to do is go ahead and get it in that at least. So you absolutely called it. There is your Fournette to 10, my friend. You were on the money. Devonta Freeman for the Falcons. And that is going to be 225. Matthew Days, tie-dye, die cut for the Browns. Yeah, this case is pretty much on fire. I mean, this case has been pretty flipping awesome, let me say. I think, yeah, this case has been awesome. Powell for the Jets. And we're not even done yet. I mean, we still have a redemption that we haven't flipped. We still have 3 more boxes to go through. I mean, we're not done yet, guys. We still have cards to find. Nathan Peterman, poor Nathan Peterman to 199 for the Buffalo Bills. Although I guess he's not really poor, Nathan Peterman, because he's still getting paid lots of money to ride the pine. Julio Jones, Falcons. And Lamar Miller to 99, Texans. A nice little tie-dye of Mr. Kareem Hunt for the Kansas City Chiefs, because we don't want to leave any of our hot rookies out of this case. That is to 25. It's not signed, but it's still sweet. Very sweet. Stephon Diggs. Oh, Ginger says this case, I'm not going to say the word she used, but is not good. Just in case, you know, it's a family show because she hasn't had any good Titans. So, yeah, well, we could still find you some Titans. Cam Chancellor. Although, I gotta say, I don't think the case is bad. And somebody called a Chris Godwin a minute ago. So here's a Chris Godwin to 99 for you. With a nice 4-color patch, big swatch. So right now, you guys are kind of putting it out in chat and creating it out of thin air. So you're calling it, and it's coming right out of the case. So kudos to you guys with your mojo working it tonight. Somebody's asking me about the reward points. The reward points are always done at the very end of the break. So that'll be the same time. Basically, when we finish looking through the last box, we will flip over the redemption, or if we have found more by then, redemptions, whatever the case may be. We'll verify those on the checklist, because I always verify them even when I know what team they go to. After we verify the redemption, we will then give away the rewards points. And after we give away the rewards points, we will recap. So that's kind of how it all works at the end. Oh, Aaron's still looking for his Jimmy G. And Kobe thinks that we're going to find a Tom Brady in here because of the way we're rolling. And basically, somebody's going to be very happy if, again, I'm not going to use the exact words typed, but we'll be very happy if we can find him a gold RB1 in the XRC. Ginger has a Brady Silver Prism from this in a throwback variation. There are, I believe, 3, I'm trying to think, there are at least 3 different Tom Brady photographs in here, because there's the field level, there's the premier level, and then there's the base. And at some point or another, we've pulled all 3 of them, but I couldn't tell you which one was in which jersey. Myles Garrett for the Browns. Maybe this will be our P. Ryan. It is our P. Ryan, numbered to 199. Autograph and relic. So we're loading them up. We're slowly but surely knocking off all of our high-profile rookies. We've already pulled the Dalvin Cook, of course, earlier as well. Zay Jones for the Bills. We're knocking them out a little at a time. We need an Alvin Kamara, too, though. Mike Evans to 199 for the Bucks. Didn't they just show him the door this week? I think that was right, or last week. I think they cut ties with Mike Evans, didn't they? Or was it somebody else? It was Mike Evans. There's another Christian McCaffrey. This one is a field level. Jay Cutler to 99. Oh, Wayne, we did have, I forgot about that. We did have those double Dak Prescott redemptions. I forgot all about that out of the same break. Yeah. Out of, that was really recently too, wasn't it? Adoree Jackson for the Titans. See how quickly I forget? But you gotta, yeah, but I open a lot of stuff and I sort a lot of stuff, so I will have forgotten half of this by tomorrow. I'll have forgotten half of this by the end of the night. This is to 149 T.Y. Hilton for the Colts. But I will remember the Deshaun Watson. Jalen Smith for the Cowboys. Because that one is an outstanding hit for the Texans. And Chiefs again with Kareem Hunt. This one is the field level. Nathan Peterman to 199 for the Buffalo Bills. For the Rams, Sammy Watkins. Did they only sign him for a year, Sammy Watkins, in that trade? Does anybody remember? Is he a free agent coming up or not? Ed Reed to 99 for the Texans, die cut. Whoops, that's a refractor. And that is Howie Long, field level. Tricolor Mike Williams to 99, Chargers. And there's an Alvin Kamara base rookie. I should have been more specific when I said we wanted to find Alvin Kamara because, you know, the case did deliver it, but I should have been more specific. I would like to find an Alvin Kamara autograph. Tie-dye J.J. Watt to 25. Texans are having a nice break, as a matter of fact. Of course, anything beyond the Deshaun Watson kind of put them in the category of a nice break, but they've hit some other good things along the way as well. And that is Devontae Parker, Dolphins. 2 boxes left, and still a redemption to flip over, remember, and 2 rewards points to do. Ryan says 2 Dax would be almost as good as 1 Carson Wentz. Well, all right, so Dak had a little bit of a down year this season, but you kind of had to expect that. I mean, coming out the way he did his rookie season, I mean, they're all going to hit that wall at some point. He's going to be fine. He'll come back and be fine in 2018, and we'll forget all about 2017 being a little bit of a down year. Wade, yes, we've had 1 redemption so far, 2 XRCs, and 2 rewards points at this point in time. This is our next to last box that I'm taking out of the wrappers right now. I really am so sad that this is our last case. I mean, if I had known it was going to be as crazy as it is price-wise, I would have ordered more up front. But, man, there were so many products coming out that week. I kind of had to balance it out a little. But usually, you know, maybe it'll go up $20 a box, something like that, and that's doable. But when it starts going up $40 and $50 a box, that's not so doable. Dolphins with Sue. Dalvin Cook to 149, Vikings. This is Eddie Jackson to did that say 199? Yeah, 199 for the Bears. Joey Bosa, Chargers. The Colts have Burt Jones to 199. They're really going back in time now. Bringing out some Burt Jones, man. They should have that should have been Peyton Manning with the kind of case we're having, right? Should have been Peyton in there. Deshaun Kaiser, field level prism. All right, well, it wasn't Juju. I was feeling Juju, but we got Tyler Matakavich instead to 25 for my Pittsburgh Steelers. A little tie-dye autograph. And definitely, you don't find Matakavich very often. So, nice hit for the Steelers. Well, if you're keeping it for yourself, it's a nice hit for the Steelers. If you were hoping to resell it, you might not be as happy. Although tie-dye is still good. Taywan Taylor to 99. And AB, Antonio Brown, Premier Level Prism. Die cut Cooper Kupp to 99 for the Rams. There's another XRC. This one is another tight end one. So you have a regular tight end one and a tie-dye tight end one. And then you were, we had the running back, whatever it was. I don't remember the RB one. It was RB3. I don't know. Well, we'll look at it again, of course, when we recap. Kelvin Benjamin for the Bills. For the boys, Ryan Sweetser. Got one more little stack out of this box hiding back here in the back. Chris Godwin, Prism. And here you have DeAndre Hopkins for the Texans. Ooh, I see a Matt Ryan up on us. Probably going to be a relic. I need to get... Every time I think I have enough packs of sleeves over here when we start a case of Select, and every time I do not. Every time I run out. But I know, to Ginger's point, I put things in sleeves that a lot of people don't, because I put all the prisms in sleeves out of Select, but that's just kind of the way I've always done it. I like to do it that way. To 49, Matt Ryan, relic. And at least we got, well, we basically have the three colors in there. A little tiny red line, mixing it up there with some of the white and the black. It's pretty cool to have a Matt Ryan relic, though, I think. So, gold to 75, Dan Marino. So, whoever asked for Dan Marino, we have found you some parallels and things. We just haven't found you the autograph. Somebody requested him at the start of the break. C.J. Beathard for the Niners. One box left and one redemption that hasn't been flipped yet. So, if we haven't pulled what you're looking for at this point, this is the time. You got to work your mojo right now, right here and now. And Ginger is working it, saying the last box is going to be loaded with huge Titans hits. So, definitely putting it out in the universe. See if we can't bring it home. Last box mojo indeed. The last box of the last case. Whoa, that's trying to slide away on me. Let's not have that happen. Another Matt Ryan would be nice. I see you say there. I always, when I look at that, I always, Nick, want to call you Jordan when you're signed in under that username. It always takes me a second to mentally make that connection. Eli Manning to 149 for the Giants. We pulled an Eli Manning autograph hit out of Lux this week, out of 15 Lux. Joe Namath, field level prism for the Jets. Broncos to 49, Andy Janovic. I don't really know who that is. I'm sure that I should, but I do not. But it's a relic, and it's an autograph, and it's low number for the Broncos. Oh, Aaron needs a 49ers hit too. Okay. Stephon Diggs to 49 for the Vikings. I still, every time I look at the orange for that millisecond, I think that it's gold. For some reason, I have trouble with the orange and the gold differentiation in this particular product. Keenan Allen, Chargers. Lamar Miller, Texans. Andrew Luck again, Premier level Prism. Richard Sherman, Seahawks to 99. What did we pull him out of this week? Something that was low numbered. Relic and autograph to 10, right? What did we pull him out of? Something really recently. Anyway, that's a nice color patch to 99. Tricolor patch. Richard Sherman for the Seahawks. Hassan Reddick Prism. Powell again to 49 for the Jets. All right. Let's get our last two little stacks to look through here. Another Deshaun Watson Prism. This one is a field level. So again, there's the base, and then there's the Premier level, and then there's the field level in terms of scarcity, if you will, although there's plenty of both Premier and field levels generally. To 149, Khalil Mack for the Raiders. Is that John Elway again? Yeah, it is. It is a John Elway field level. Vikings with another hit. This to 10, Stacy Coley. Had a lot of nice signatures, low numbered, more so than usual even in this case. Several to 5 and to 10 and some to 25. It's been very nice. And James Conner to 149. So I guess we're not going to find my Juju Smith-Schuster. Instead, we have James Conner in there. Which, hey, who knows? If they end up not making a deal with Le'Veon Bell, we may have James Conner as our featured back. But we did manage to find a fourth XRC right at the last minute, and it is wide receiver 5. So we only had one case that had 3, and all of our others had more than 3. So that worked out well. Dalvin Cook again. This is Curtis Samuel. And we have a redemption left to flip over. And then rewards points to give out. And it is Deshaun Kaiser. Jumbo Rookie Signature Swatches Copper Prism. That is quite a mouthful. Well, we know that's a brown, but we're going to go to the checklist anyway, because you know I always do. Well, and if you didn't know, I told you earlier, so I do always go to the checklist, assuming that it's available, because I just think it's the right way to do it. Why am I in... Oh... Duh. I forgot where I was in here. I'm like, why am I not saying select? Yeah, because I had to choose Panini first. That's why. Silly me. All right. Jumbo Rookie. Whoops. Swatch. No, wait. Jumbo Rookie Signature Swatches Copper Prism. Good grief. Okay. And Deshaun Kaiser will be numbered 215. So another... nice low numbered hit. And let me just write this on here real quick. And then we're going to go right ahead and do our rewards points. And here's how we're going to do that. I'm just going to bring you guys along with me. I'm copying and pasting all of our bidding spots, including the XRC spot, okay? Because that was a bidding spot too, so it's coming along for the ride here. And we're going to buzz back over and head to random. And we have 32 teams, so I don't see any reason to do random multiple times. We're going to do random once, just one time. And I'm going to scroll through here. You can see everything is in there, including our XRC card spot. And our rewards points are a 250 point card and a 150 point card. So after I hit random, the team that is in the number 1 position will get the 250 points. The team that is in the number 2 position will get the 150 points. So 250 is going to the Dolphins, and the 150 is going to Kansas City Chiefs. Now we're going to recap all of this fun stuff. Let me get us back all on the same page here, and then we'll recap. Yeah, you know what, guys? I see you guys were debating back and forth about what copper would be numbered to. Here's one thing I've noticed about Panini. Sometimes that will change. So it might be one thing if it's autographed and another thing if it's not autographed. And yeah, they're not always consistent with that, just as an aside. Actually, we'll set those over here first. We're going to first flip through our numbered stuff. Now, I'm not going to turn all of this over and go through all of that because there's a lot of it. And there's a whole nother stack of it even besides this. But was that numbered? I don't think that was numbered. I put that in the wrong spot. Joe Namath was not numbered. Sorry. This one, Dan Marino, was numbered. So these are our various die cut and numbered. Is he numbered? No, he's in there. Shouldn't be in there either. Adoree Jackson is just a standard prism as well. Got stacked in the wrong stack. And why is... well, apparently I just stacked a handful of them in there because there's Christian McCaffrey, who also was not numbered, but everything else you're seeing is numbered. And we'll do the same thing. We've got another stack of these next to this. And that's because sometimes, you know, if you weren't able to watch it live, you don't want to sit through the whole break. You watch the recorded version. You just want to be able to scroll to the end. Figure you probably want to see some of the die cuts and things. And the tie-dyes and, well, I don't know. Anyway, here it is. Oh, here's our nice little one of one. I do know somebody is waiting to see this, so let me give you a better look at it. Because that's our pretty little one of one. Aaron Rodgers die cut for the Packers. Nice, right? Yeah. It's a good one. We had maybe, I think 2 of the cases had one of ones, maybe 3. Definitely 2, possibly 3. And then the others, of course, didn't. Then our XRC cards, we managed to get 4 tonight, so not bad. Wide receiver 5, tight end 1, wide receiver 3, and probably the best one out of here is a tie-dye tight end 1. So XRC spot with a good night, 4 hits, and one of them a tie-dye. Then we have 250 Panini Rewards points replaced one of our hits, was awarded to the Dolphins by way of random. 150 rewards points replaced another one of our hits. That one went to the Kansas City Chiefs by way of random. We have a redemption for Deshaun Kaiser and the Browns. It's going to be numbered to 15 when Panini sends that to you. And now, to recap the rest of our hits, you know what I'm going to start off with because Oh, that is just a thing of beauty right there. Deshaun Watson autograph /5. That is beyond solid. That is so sweet. So sweet. That's our best hit for sure. And then the relic Mike Williams. Well, I'm not going to read all this off again. I will flip these front and back because they're our primary hits, but I'll let you guys do the reading on this one. This also very sweet. Would be in a one-touch if it weren't die cut, and I'm just not convinced it'll go in there well, but I'm going to look at it later and we'll find out. /10 on the Leonard Fournette. Equally nice. That one /5. Just so many good hits in this case. They loaded it up for us. And of course, as always, I appreciate you guys, everybody that breaks with me and bids with me, everyone who's kept me company tonight in chat and helped bring the mojo to get us all the nice hits that we found in this case. I will, that one was /10 on the Stacy Coley. I will, when we finish recapping here, throw up the spreadsheet real quickly that shows the anticipated shipping dates. So if someone is watching the recap, that's /25 on the Matakavich. And you're interested in the shipping info, that'll go up real quickly at the conclusion of the recap. And then we'll also put up the screen that shows what's coming up in the days ahead. Because sometimes people who are watching it later still want to know about that stuff without having to scroll through everything. That was /25 on the Matthew Days. That is /25 on Hassan Reddick. Just the sheer number of things /10 and 25 in here, quite a good ratio. Even above and beyond our awesome hits, which were awesome. That one also /5, Malik McDowell. Nice old Dalvin Cook /49. Another one /25. Nope, sorry, /10. Jeremy Shockey was /10. Oh, and I forgot about Aaron Donald already. See, that one is a paper card, though, guys. It's a regular paper trading card. It's not the same card stock as the rest of Select. Okay, so that is our recap from our flaming hot final case of Select Football. And now to stay true to my word, here is the shipping info. In case anybody missed it earlier, you can take a look. That'll give you an idea of when your cards should get out the door. And if I can get them out sooner, I always try to. But sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Weekends are harder, obviously. Post office has short hours on Saturday and closed on Sunday. And then a look at our days ahead. We've got always lots of autograph memorabilia and various one-box breaks, but our cases, Saturday will be the half case of Contenders basketball. Sunday will be the quarter case of Hobby Direct Prestige basketball and a half case of Heritage baseball. Monday, no cases. Got to get caught up with all that sorting from breaking Sunday night. Just, one box and memorabilia on Monday. Tuesday will be some more Prestige basketball. Wednesday will be Contenders Optic football and Don Russ baseball, both of which come out that day. And then later in the week, next week, we'll do some more Heritage baseball, and we've got some more Optic Contenders, some regular Contenders. We've got more Contenders basketball. I was talking Contenders football a second ago, and all kinds of other interesting stuff. So we'll keep at it. We're always busy. Always got something fun going on around here. So once again, guys, thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you have a good rest of your night and a good weekend. And until next time, take care. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.